in the actual first name. This gets really handy when we want to go in there and start modifying data, et cetera, modifying, deleting. So now that we've taken a real brief look at actually pulling information back out, I promise you guys in later VTMs, probably in the next one, we're going to spend a lot more time digging deeper into the actual select command, the where, and all the different things we could do, because it can get kind of deep. But now let's go ahead and take a look at how we can update, since we now see how we could specify something. Perhaps I want to go in here and actually fix Adam's last name for real now, just to make him feel a little bit happier.
Thank you.
I butchered it. I know. But it's, I was setting you up for all this attention.
Yeah.
Huh? So?
Like maybe some artist page hits.
I hear you. So I can come in here and say, update. What is this, an infomercial real quick? So I can say update. Now I need to say the table name, which would be guests. I'm going to say set. Now, I want to set the last name is going to be equal to, instead of McGuire, it's MC, well, let's throw this guy in quotes, MC, capital G?
G, yes, capital G.
G-U-I-R-E. McGuire. Okay? Now, if I hit enter right now, with a terminator on the end, of course,
right,
what's going to happen there, Mr. Logan?
Well, it's going to set the last name field to McGuire. Every record.
So basically, we will marry Critter and Adam right here on the spot by hitting enter, right?
Yeah.
On this very special
it would
VTM.
Be it would be Critter McGuire. That's kind of funny. Adam doesn't find that as funny as I do. I think it's funny.
So do you have to do where?
There you go. So now we can come back in here and we can say where. And now if we wanted to, we could say, there's several ways we could go about this. We could simply say auto ID equals 1 because we know what that is. We could use the same select that we saw, or the same where from the select we saw a minute ago, where I could say where first name equals Adam. Of course, that's a lot of typing. So I just wanted to point out that you can do multiple things. So in this case, I just want to say where auto ID is equal to 1. Okay?
So could you change everybody who is 46? Could you change their last name to McGuire?
Yep. Or I could say where age equals 46, and all of those would be changed.
Cool.
And we don't have, our where doesn't have to be just one thing.
It's not just equal. You could actually specify a range. You could say people you're using greater than and less than and combining them. This would get into, like, this will probably be on a more advanced like future issue. But you could say anyone who's between age 20 and 46 would have their last name set to McGuire.
Or what if we wanted to say anybody that was 46 who had the name Adam?
Right.
So,
yes, you can specify multiple
So we could
fields.
make our where part of the actual command a little bit more complex by expanding it into multiple.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Change the comments to over the hill.
Yeah.
For everyone 46.
We could very well do that. We could. So in this case, though, we're just going to say where auto ID equals 1. And we'll go ahead and come in here. And we've got rows that matched 1. Changed 1. So let's go ahead and come back in. And I'm just going to do a...
Does that say warnings?
Select star from... Yeah, warnings 0.
Oh.
Of course, they can't see me pointing with my hand, so warnings 0. So there you go. Adam McGuire.
Yay.
Okay, so again, that was using just a simple update guests, or your table name, set, and you can change multiple things at one time. It's your field name, equals, and the new data. I could have done comma, another field name, and the data, comma, and it just kept on going if I needed to. Okay, just thought I'd point that out real quick. So now that we've seen how to add, how to show, how to update, the last thing I want to do is show you how to delete. So we're just going to simply say delete from, and now again we need to tell it guests, okay, or whatever table it is you want to delete from. Now, again, Logan, if we could take just a second here and tell everyone what happened if I accidentally hit Terminator Enter.
Same thing that happened if you just said, like, if before we were talking about it, if you said update guest, set last name equals McGuire and ended there, every record, every last name would be set to McGuire. Now here, if you just said delete from guests, that means every record inside of guests would be deleted. Right there.
So that's, you got to be careful.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I just want to go ahead and come back in here and say delete from guests where, okay, auto ID equals 2. What's this going to do?
It's going to kill me.
It's going to kill Critter.
Off I
Okay?
go.
So query's okay. One row's affected. So again, I'm going to do a select star from guests. All we have is one record in there. That easy?
Pretty easy.
So
It's not too bad.
So that we've looked at the insert into command, we've looked at the select command, we've looked at the update command, we've looked at the delete command or delete from command. I think that's pretty good for what we wanted to cover. What do you think, Logan?
All right, you can work with data now.
I've learned so much.
Yeah, you can work with data. That's the the key thing here. Now we're not expecting you to go out and design some incredible fancy system and say, look what we did. What we are expecting you to do is spend this time practicing, making some simple databases, looking through the documentation that you can find over at MySQL's website, and just become familiar with things. And at the next VTM, we're going to make things a little bit more sophisticated, where we're going to take the time to start marrying HTML documents with our databases, okay? And so, because, I mean, in the end, you're not going to send your users to a MySQL monitor like this to type this stuff in, right?
Right.
I mean, they need to be on a web page and put it in on a web page and go from there. So that'll be on the next one. So with that, that's everything. Thanks, guys.
Oh.